They knocked over a girl in wheelchair. 15 minutes later, the new girl wasn't holding back anymore. You won't believe what happened that day, and by the end of this story, you'll understand why you should never judge anyone by what you see on the outside. So before we start, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, because what's coming next might just change how you see people forever. It all started on the first day of school after winter break. The hallways were crowded, laughter echoed off the lockers, and the air buzzed with that mix of nerves and excitement that comes with a new term. Among the crowd was Emily, a quiet girl who had just transferred in. Her family had moved after her father's accident, an accident that left him paralyzed. Emily had learned a lot about strength from him. What no one knew was that she was about to need every bit of that strength herself. Down the hall, Lily, a girl in a wheelchair, was trying to navigate her way to class. She was sweet, always smiling even when others didn't notice her. But that morning, a group of students, led by Tara, the self-proclaimed queen of the hallway, decided to make fun of her. They mocked the way she moved, giggling as they pretended to roll imaginary wheels. Emily watched from the other side of the corridor, her stomach turning. Then it happened. One of them, accidentally, bumped into Lily's chair. It tipped sideways, books scattered across the floor, and Lily fell, the sound echoing through the hallway. For a few seconds, everything froze. Lily's face turned red, tears welling up. Tara laughed, actually laughed, and said, "Guess she should learn to drive better." Emily clenched her fists. Her heart was pounding. She wanted to help, but something inside her told her to wait, to observe. She walked over quietly, helped Lily back into her chair, and whispered, "You okay?" Lily nodded, her voice barely audible. "I'm fine, it happens." But Emily knew, it shouldn't have to happen. 15 minutes later, during gym class, the same group of bullies showed up again. Tara and her friends strutted in like they owned the place, joking about race tracks for Lily's wheelchair. Emily was there too, tying her sneakers. The coach announced they'd be running team drills, and that's when Tara smirked. "What about the new girl?" she said. "Does she even know how to play?" Emily gave a half smile. "Guess we'll find out." When the whistle blew, Emily ran like lightning. Every step was steady, powerful, the kind of strength that comes from pain and patience. Within minutes, everyone was staring. She wasn't just fast, she was unstoppable. The coach looked impressed. But Tara wasn't done. She whispered to her friends and laughed. That's when Emily stopped. She turned to them and said, loud enough for everyone to hear, "You think knocking someone down makes you strong? Try helping them up sometime, it's harder than you think." The gym fell silent. Tara froze, embarrassed. But Emily didn't stop. She walked over to Lily, who was sitting by the sidelines, watching quietly. Emily smiled and said, "You up for a challenge?" Lily blinked, surprised. "A challenge?" Emily nodded. "You, me, and a relay. Let's show them what real teamwork looks like." The coach agreed, and the rest of the class gathered around, curious. Emily ran the first lap, her hair flying behind her like fire. When she reached Lily, she didn't just pass the baton, she placed it gently in her hand, looked her in the eyes, and said, "You got this." And Lily did. She rolled forward with everything she had. Her arms moved fast, her chair slicing across the floor as the class began to cheer, first softly, then louder and louder. Even the bullies couldn't look away. For the first time, Lily wasn't invisible. She was powerful. When the relay ended, the room exploded in applause. Lily was smiling so wide she could barely speak. Tara tried to leave quietly, but Emily stopped her. "You don't have to be the bad guy, you know," she said softly. Tara looked down, and for a second, her mask cracked. She whispered, "I didn't think it mattered." "It always matters," Emily replied. "Because one day, it could be you who needs someone to stand up." That day, something shifted in the whole school. Tara started helping out with accessibility projects. Lily joined the student council. And Emily, she became known as the girl who didn't fight with fists but with heart. Later that week, the principal called Emily to his office. On his desk sat a new award, for courage and compassion. He smiled. "You reminded everyone what strength really looks like." When Emily got home that night, she told her dad what happened. He smiled from his wheelchair, tears in his eyes. "You stood up for someone, even when you didn't have to. That's real bravery, Em." She leaned in and hugged him tight. I learned it from you, Dad. And that's the thing about heroes, sometimes they don't wear capes or uniforms. Sometimes, they're just ordinary people who refuse to stay silent when others are hurt.